On the 12th day of Listenmas, Steve Pretty gave to me, listening curiously. Merry Listenmas and a Happy New Year for the very last time, because this is the last day of the 12 days of Listenmas, where I've been trying to help you to listen like a musician to start 2026 in the right way. And I want to talk about listening curiously, because really that is the whole point of this series that I've been doing in the last 12 days. It's trying to open your ears to new things that you might not have heard before. So sometimes when I'm talking about active listening or listening curiously, people sometimes push back and say, well, you know, that's fine, but I kind of just like what I like, and I don't need to understand it, I just want to listen to it and enjoy it that way. But what I would say to that is to replay a version of the great physicist Richard Feynman's statement when an artist said to him, I feel bad for you that when you look at a flower, you can't understand it like I do as an artist, because when I look at it as an artist, I can see the beauty of it. And as a physicist, you can't see the beauty as I do. And Feynman pushed back and said, I think that's kind of nutty, because I can see it as a physicist, I can see that it's a beautiful flower, but I can also understand the biological processes that go to make up the cells of that flower, how photosynthesis works, and the physical processes that have gone into making this flower what it is in the first place. And all of those are different layers of beautiful. And that's what I find about music and about music curiosity. Because as a musician, I find the more I learn about music, the more endlessly fascinating I find it, and the more it unlocks new things for me. So I'm a trumpet player. I spent a lot of time at school and growing up learning how to play the trumpet, and I love that. I would encourage anyone and everyone to learn an instrument to a high standard. It's an incredible thing. You will never regret doing that, but it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of technique work, just putting in the hours to get good on that instrument. That is different, albeit related, to being a rounded musician and being able to listen to things in new ways. So really my mission with this series is to separate those things out. People conflate being very good on an instrument or having a lovely voice with being a wonderful musician. But I would argue you can also be a musician without playing an instrument to a high standard. You can open your ears, you can listen more actively, you can engage, you can think about the cultural context, the musical context, how it moves you, where it comes from, why it was made in the first place, the function the music has. There's all of these layers that you can understand and deepen your appreciation of without ever playing a note. And so that's what I want to leave you with on this last day of Listenmas. It's that idea that you don't need to play an instrument really well to be an active listener and a great musician. So thanks very much for tuning in over the last few days. I also have this podcast, Origin of the Pieces. So if you go to originofthepieces.com, you can find all of my back episodes of the podcast and sign up to the mailing list and all of that stuff. So stay musically curious, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye.